Hey there everybody, how's it going? Exil here, or Exilbirth, and this is a game of dwarves. Now, I saw this game a while ago when the Yogscast covered it while they were at, I can't remember the game convention, but I thought it looked very interesting, and I have been a fan of Dwarf Fortress for a while, and other games of similar design. So I thought I'd give this game a try, especially since it was available on sale. And I haven't actually started playing it yet, but... yep, I didn't actually put one in here. I clicked a new campaign and decided, I might as well start from the beginning. Just completely fresh. Fresh perspective. Never seen before. So, new campaign. Actually, first, options and sound. Turn everything down a bit. We'll turn the music back up to 75-ish. Alright, there we go. New campaign and start. And then, of course, I am Exilbirth. And there's a cutscene here, so I'm gonna be quiet now.
A long, long time ago, in a no wait. Somewhere around here, in this very mountain, the first dwarves entered this world. The dwarves had unlimited ambition and the talent for whatever they set their minds to. They dug through mountains, built wondrous artifacts and structures, and had a courage of steel to face the fiercest of monsters. And win. On their way to glory, they encountered other races, such as the nimble elves and the mighty dragons. With their help, soon the dwarves had spread far from their homeland and created a vast kingdom. But that was a long time ago, and I was merely ancient back then. In the end, it was due to change. They came from the unknown regions of the north. Mages. The dwarves had never seen anything like them. They wielded powerful energies called magic, and brought with them terrible creatures that seemed to hate the very world itself. Even so, the dwarves offered their hand in friendship. But the mages had no such intentions. They struck out against the dwarves, and soon the great dark magic war had begun. The dragons flew to help the dwarves, but the mages were so powerful that they managed to strike the dragons down from the sky, destroying them. The elves fled the lands to let the dwarves fight for themselves. The noble dwarves fought long and hard for their survival against the ruthless mages and the terrible destruction they brought in their wake. With no one to help, the dwarves were pushed back.
Dad, you told this story dozens of times already. It's not real. There are no mages or dragons, and we don't even have a great kingdom laying around. This is boring to listen to again.
But soon, the dwarves will rise again, and they will build a civilization worthy of their stolen glory!
Dad, are you talking to yourself again?
No.
That is a great intro. I'm looking forward to this game. Should be fun. So, as I'm recording right now, it's 20 minutes to 2 a.m. There's a countdown timer for the end of the world. So, if you don't get to see this video, well, that's because the world ended. And if you do, well, it's because the world hasn't ended, or at least it wasn't completely destroyed.
I'm the prince, and you will hear me.
When kings speak, you listen.
Hear me.
Hey now.
Okay. Actually, scrolls by a little bit too fast to actually read out loud entirely. But the gist of it is,
What must I do for someone to listen to me?
anyway, stop speaking. Prince, or me, has been kicked out to prove myself as a dwarf. That's pretty much the gist of it. I have to manage my own dwarven clan. You should look into the lessons Kingfather has prepared for us. In order to learn how to control everything, just click on the screen, on the lessons button in the lower part of the screen. Besides that, there are two places we can go. The backyard, where we can train on how to control our own settlement, and the trial, where we will test our mettle. First, try the lessons. It's a good idea, since I don't know how to play at all. Controls. WASD, Q and E rotate camera, Z and X move in and out, F and R move up and down layers. Okay, that's good to know. World map, zoom in and out, and AWSD to move around. Orders. To dig order, you can dig out blocks. It's pretty obvious. This is your main tool to explore and gather resources. You can click on blocks, number none, blah 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 blah. Dwarflings, I'm pretty sure are just little kids. Diggers, they dig obviously. Crafters craft. Workers work. Scholars research, I assume. Military, and the prince's bee. Needs energy, hunger, and happiness. So I assume bed, food, probably ale. Although ale might be considered food too. I better double check happiness. They get happier when you build decorations and furniture and objects. They get unhappy because they're tired, starving, or dying. That tends to make me unhappy too. Okay. Build menu. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna wing it. The backyard. The tutorial. Step-by-step stuff. Good to learn. Right.
Someone, grab me some food and listen.
Alright, here we are. This is where many dwarven clan leaders have practiced their skills before trying to undertake the trial. This is a perfect spot to train the very basics of how to rule and control your own settlement. Why do I keep trying to say settlement? If we haven't already, then we should really look at Kingfather's lessons in the world map. There he explains everything worth knowing about how to control everything. But for now, we should focus on the training. Let's do this step by step. We should pay close attention to the quest log. It will give us detailed information of any quests that we should perform in order to complete levels. Quest log. I assume that's this thing. How to dig. Ah, here we go. We need some very basic training. If we follow the instructions step by step, then we should be fine. Now, we need to find something interesting to do. There must be something we can find if we dig through the blocks a little bit. What would dwarves be if they could not dig in the ground? I guess they'd be hobbits, maybe? It's a hard question to answer. This area seems to be filled with undigium, blocks we can't dig through. Oh, that's an interesting name. To look around, mouse and keyboard, or mouse at the edge of the screen. Although I am in a windowed mode, so I'm not just going to use WASD. With the keyboard, WASD, yeah, rotate by holding scroll and moving around. Okay, that moves very fast. Wow. Keyboard moves a lot slower. Underground's not one flat layer, of course. That'd make it too simple. The R and F ones move up and down layers. Sometimes we might want to zoom in and out. Z and X do it slowly. Scroll wheel does it quicker. Alright. See, what have I here in my throne room? A throne, a spawning pool, and one digger dwarf. Really, only one dwarf. To get him to work, we should first select the dig order. That blinking button down here in the menu. Then we should select a block. Click on it, and the digger will try to go there and dig it out. Let's have him practice a bit. We should select a few blocks for him to dig. The big blank void around us consists of blocks that have not yet been dug out. Just be mindful, many blocks around here are undigium, I love that word, and cannot be dug out. The marker turns red when you try to dig a block, then that block is made of undigium. Okay. So, clicky and diggy. And diggy. Stop drinking and diggy. So this is fairly basic, kind of reminiscent of... Not scrolling so fast. Kind of reminiscent of Dungeon Keeper, in my opinion. Hold on now, what is this? We seem to have found a big empty room. And what is that over there? It's gold! I like gold. I'm a dwarf. Gold's awesome. We gather materials and minerals by using the dig order, just as with any other block. Who knows what juicy things we can manage to find if we dig around. So, order dig on the gold. And diggy the gold. Looks like another secret room back there. He's a pretty good digger now. He just smashes through the barriers. Oh, look at this big room. This must be one of the older parts of... Is that Hernfort or Hemfort? I think it's Hemfort. You see those dark colored blocks? Do not dig those. If you do so, then we cannot continue. Great find, digger dwarf. You have earned some well-deserved rest now. We do not need to dig anything else for the time being. Let us disable the dig order temporarily, while we focus on other things. We probably need a bed so our tired dwarves can have some rest. Have somewhere to rest. My apologies. The dwarfling. Now we need to build stuff. Unfortunately, our digger dwarf can't perform any such service for us. We need a new dwarf, a dwarfling. Dwarflings are young and inexperienced. They normally require a large amount of food and sleep all day long, being the youngsters that they are. But when they have enough experience, which they get by hanging around, then they can be given a profession. For now, we need to order one from Hemfort. In the bottom right corner of the screen is the Hemfort button. Click on that and the Hemfort window will appear. From there, you are able to order dwarflings. Order one dwarfling from Hemfort. I will order one dwarfling from Hemfort. Right, it is showing up halfway there. Just a little more. A dwarfling has arrived. The spawning pool is our connection back to Hemfort. It is from here that dwarflings will appear after we have ordered them. Now that we have a dwarfling, we can give him a profession. Dwarflings can be upgraded instantly, but get free experience over time if they are not upgraded. Click on the plus icon next to his name. This time, I think it would be best if he became a crafter. Click on the crafter icon and the dwarfling's destiny will be set. Forever. Specializing crafter. Finally, that dwarf will be able to do some good. Let's have him get to work and build some useful things for us. Click on the build button and now search for a buildable bed for the dwarves to sleep and rest in. Beds can be found in the furniture category in the build menu. When we find a suitable object to craft, then we click on it to select it. Now we will be able to place it somewhere in the world. To place the object, just click and hold down the left mouse button. While holding down the left mouse button, we can rotate the object to face the direction you wish. When we are satisfied, release the mouse button and the crafted dwarf will move there and build it. Now we can also use the sell order and the move order in case we are not satisfied with what we buy or where we place the furniture. Okay, so is this the build one? No, that's the move one. Where's the build menu? This one? Ah, there we go. Furniture. Bed. Stone bed. Let's put that. Oops. Actually closed out of it. There. Now I should be able to get to work. I like that little pipe he's got. 8 more minutes till the end of the world, guys. Finally, we have a bed. Now the dwarves have somewhere to sleep. They're not royalty, so I don't know why the ground is not good enough for them anyway. What we need now is food. Dwarves can't survive without a proper good meal. There are several things that we need to do in order to get food, but first, we should have somewhere for the dwarves to eat. Let's open up the build menu again and build a table. Alright, a table. I believe that's in furniture still. Alright, we will put that right here. Right next to where they sleep. And the dig dwarf has absolutely nothing to do now. Alright, when they are hungry, they will go to the closest table to eat, so we should always be sure to have enough food in storage. With no food, the dwarves will starve. Just saying. Now that we have a bed to sleep in and a table to eat at, we could use some food. Now, it looks like the table comes with food. Now let's look at the dark colored blocks in the middle of this room. That is fertile soil. That is the only kind of block where plants and trees can be planted. But since there is no sun underground, we need to build something which will provide the energy needed for plants to grow. We will need to build a fertilization stone for that. Select it from the build menu. Then we need to build it somewhere on the fertile ground. Get to work. My belly is starting to rumble. Okay, let me get from here, there, and we'll put it right here. I think that'll work. I assume that's the fertile stone. Yeah, it is. Alright, so now we have fertile soil, which is given energy provided by the fertilization stone. It's time to grow some food. Open the build menu, find the lemon tree, and then place it close to the fertilization stone. Do you see the green area around the fertilization stone? That is its range. Well, I don't see it yet because I wasn't looking. Okay, I guess whatever. Soon we can finally eat, but for some reason we need a new dwarfling. We need a worker this time, so we have someone to work with any planted crops. So let's open up the hem fort window and order another dwarfling. Of course, we need more. Why was it paused? So now we have another dwarfling. This one looks like we can upgrade him immediately as well. Let's turn him into a worker. Click the plus icon next to his name. This time we choose worker as a profession. Click on the worker icon and the dwarfling's destiny will be set. Forever. Okay, it's getting a little bit repetitive, isn't it? Alright, here, a worker. Now that the dwarfling has been turned into a worker dwarf, we can have him start collecting food. If we click the plus icon on the fertilization stone, the worker dwarf will be assigned to it. The number of assigned worker dwarves will gather food from every plant within the area of the fertilization stone. Okay, I think that's the green area he was talking about before. It didn't show up before because the game was paused. Get to work. Move it. I want lemons. Why would you eat? You don't want to eat a whole bunch of lemons, though. Eating a whole bunch of lemons is bad for your teeth. Alright. So we can eat, no more starving, blah 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 blah. We have finally built a good base. These are the basic elements needed to be able to live down here. Before we move on, we will need some protection. I think it's time to order another dwarfling. We need a dwarf that will be able to protect us. Open up the Hemfort window again and order one more dwarfling. Alright, I'm gonna pause here for a moment. I have to take care of something quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the inconvenience of me disappearing for a brief moment. But I was off watching a countdown on the end of the world. And, well, it's still here. I don't know whether to be thrilled by that or not. Should I be thrilled by the end of the world? What am I even doing anymore? What's going on? Oh yes, I need a soldier. Right. Queue up a dwarf and let's get going. Okay, that's a weird voice. Much fun to do. The dwarfling is here, and look at that. He can be upgraded instantly as well, just like every other dwarf for this tutorial. Let's select the military class, and it closed instantly on me. Why would you do that? I wasn't done reading. And nice new mustache there, King. Military. Great! Now he can defend our base. It is always wise to have some way of protecting our gold. I mean dwarves. Now we are ready to move on. Now I think it is safe enough to use the dig order again. Let's see if we can find something deeper inside the cave. Dig deeper, dwarf. Always dig deeper. Just keep digging deeper. Don't stop digging deeper until you've dug to the deepest depths that you could possibly dig to. Ah, no! It's a beast in there! Everyone stay away from it. Military dwarf, go and kill it. I mean us. If I get killed, then it is all over. You must keep me alive. Oh, right. We have the teleport order. If we can select that and click on a dwarf, then we can place that dwarf somewhere else. Like, for example, if we teleport a military dwarf and then place him right on top of the monster. Military dwarf. There we go. Is it dead? It's dead. Well done, military dwarf. I'm glad we all handled that like true warriors, with honor and courage. Great work so far, dwarfs. Now we have a proper base and some defense. If this voice is getting annoying, I'm terribly sorry. I don't know why I'm speaking it all of a sudden, but it feels fitting to me. Say, what is that over there? It looks like a locked door. There should be some way to open it up. Let's try to use the interact order. If we interact with something around here, then we can probably open the door up. That was a weird noise. This lever looks promising. Go, Pika! Pull that lever. Aha! The door has opened. Now we can proceed beyond it. With digging. Actually does make my throat scratchy a bit. What's this? Another room, and it looks like we can dig downwards. I wonder if we dig downwards, then maybe we will find something interesting. Remember that we can move up and down in layers with the slider in the bottom right corner, or by pressing R and F keys on the keyboard. We can build ladders from the build menu now, as well. If we build them onto walls, then we can climb up and down in the holes we dig out. I know that there is a treasure chamber hidden away somewhere around here. If we find it and take it right from under King Father's big nose, then we will have shown him. Alright, so let's go down a level. Up. I'm gonna have to put a ladder there, I assume. Let's see, build menu. Go back. Ladders. Just put one right. Let's go down. There, that should work. There he comes. No, wait, that's the digger. Never mind. Do I not need a crafter to craft it? I guess not. Thordum isn't moving. Alright, so let's dig here and here. And we'll see what happens. He is currently floating in the air. Put another ladder right here. I love how they fall. It's funny. Alright, so what do we have around here? Drop down a level. Have to keep on digging and exploring. Dig and explore! It's the way of the dwarf. Is that silver? Or can I even dig... Oops, E, not. Just keep on breaking that, I guess. Oh, I can... There. It's a very small hitbox that it had. Oh, the ladder actually keeps on building itself, it looks like. Or is that the dwarf itself? This is it! This is the treasure chamber! I lost the voice. But where's the treasure? Where's all the treasure? There's a tablet over there. Dwarven messages are usually written on tablets. We should use the interact order on it to see if anything worthwhile is written on it. I have a bad feeling. Well, you know, there's probably good reason for that. You know, I think the ladder actually falls down with me. Yeah, it does. That's kind of funny. Alright, up and up. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this one at a time, it looks like. Alright. Ladder all the way up. Interact. Now, who's gonna come interact? Ah, it's Pika! Pika the warrior! But, Pika, what does it say? What are you... Interact. What was that? Ah, a message on it. A message is written on it. It says, "Dear Prince, if you are reading this, then well done. You've proven that you know that which every proper dwarf should know from birth." That was a really weird sentence. "There is no treasure here for you. Now go and complete the trial already. With love, Kingfather." Good, fine. Dwarves, when we feel ready, we should go back to the world screen. Stupid Kingfather, I will show you one day. Well, it doesn't seem to be much. There doesn't seem to be much more of worth here. We could probably leave this area now. Let's head back to the world map when we feel ready. We can leave by clicking on the options button. Options. Okay, that works, I guess. Return to world map. Right, I think that'll do it for now. See you guys next time. Hope you enjoy this new series. I am definitely looking forward to more of it. And I will see you next time. Oh, and don't forget, like, subscribe, fave, and farewell.